Okay, so let's talk about working with font and font styles. So whenever you're working with text, let's go ahead and select the text box over here. We're going to come over to our properties panel and we're going to scroll down till we get to character. So inside of character, the first two drop downs deal with both the font and font style. The first drop down is the font. That's how your letters display. That's what it looks like. The one underneath it is the particular style of that font. Now keep in mind that every font will have a different set of styles. So for example, our Minion Pro font currently has a variety of different styles that we can choose from. So medium, semi-bold, bold, italic. If we select that, it applies that style to that particular font. And again, those options can change depending upon the font that you have chosen. Now, to change the font, all you have to do is come over here and select the drop down. You'll notice it's going to bring up your menu. Now, inside this menu, you've got several different things happening. Here you can see all the different fonts that you have available inside your system. And it's also showing you the text that you have selected in that particular font. But let's go from left to right here. This right here is your filter. By selecting this, you can filter your fonts based upon the classifications, based upon what you are looking for. So if you're just looking for handwritten fonts, you can select it, and it will bring up a different set of fonts for you. Again, it's just a filter. To undo that, simply click on the filter, come back, and then clear all. Or you can also do a combination of filters if that's what you're looking for. Now, if there are certain fonts that you use quite often, for example, I use Open Sans a lot. So that is one that I would probably want to star or make my favorite. By clicking it, I can add it to my favorite, and as I'm going through my text, I can always simply click this one to show my favorite fonts, and it'll have the ones I most commonly use there. Now, something interesting is if you do have a font that you really like, right over here to the right of that, you'll notice there's got these squiggly lines. This will show you similar fonts that you currently have inside your system that may work well with it. It's kind of a nice feature. So a couple of other things that you have up here, in addition to your filters and favorite, are you'll have the ones that you've most recently added to your system. And then over here are the ones that you have downloaded directly from Adobe. These are all the fonts that I've currently have activated. Okay, so let me deselect that. Now, when it comes to picking out a specific font, I really don't want you using your default system fonts for a lot of projects, especially when it comes to working with headlines or display type text. And so what I've asked you to do is to go to Adobe to find additional fonts. So to find the fonts available from Adobe, you want to click on Find More. And this will list in alphabetical all the different fonts from Adobe. And again, you can filter these based upon different classifications. Now, however, one of the things I want to show you is I don't find this to be very helpful at all when it comes to trying to choose fonts from Adobe for projects that I'm working on. So what I do instead is I actually go out to fonts.adobe.com. Now, it's going to ask you to sign in to verify that you actually have an account, because those of you who have accounts with Adobe, you get the ability to choose from their fonts and use them for all your different projects. And I want to make sure that you pay attention to that, because you don't want to download other fonts from other font sites that you may not necessarily have the rights to use for different projects like logos or whatever else. So once you go to fonts.adobe.com, it'll take you here, you'll sign in, click on Browse Fonts. I just like this interface a lot better. And what you can do is over here, you'll notice all these different tags. This is kind of the visual display of what it may look like. And so when we talk about font personalities, I use this as my base personality that I'm looking for. And I'll go through here and find something that I want. So for example, let's say I'm looking for, not college, but we'll just click on that. I love working with good bold text. Then up here at the top where it says sample text, you can always type in the text that you're working with. So what do we have? And this will allow you to sort of see your text wearing the clothes of that font. You should know what that means by now. And once you find a font that you like, just click over here to View Family. Family will show you the different styles that will be available to you if you select this font. So for example, this particular one will have a variety of family members or styles that we can use. Now keep in mind, you don't have to download all of these. Over here to the right, you can select the specific ones that you want. But if you do like the entire family as it's presented, and click the activate fonts and then choose what it is that you want. So for this example, I want all 12 of the Politica font. I also want all the condensed versions and I also want the expanded. Again, you have the ability to choose from that. So once you've activated those, now keep in mind it's going to take a few moments, but Adobe is going to start the process of activating it across all your different software. And once it's activated, you should receive a little notification on your computer system saying it was activated. I just got mine, but you can't see it. It's down here inside the bottom corner outside of the screen here. So now that it's been activated, I can simply minimize it, come back to my document, select my text, go to my character panel, and it was called Politica. So I'm going to come over here to my fonts, and I can look at the ones that I've recently downloaded, or I can show all my activated fonts. And it was Politica, so let me scroll down. There it is. So I'm going to click on it. Now again, this particular font is bigger than my text size, so I'm going to expand my box just a bit. And you'll notice that now that the font is selected, let's take a look at the styles available. Wow, I've got a lot of styles available here. So this is a rather large family for me to choose from. You can't see it, but it actually extends very far down on this page. So the nice thing is you have a lot of variety that you can choose from with these types of fonts. And so a lot of times when I tell students, as you're working with text, try to find fonts that have quite a few family members, because this means these will be additional styles that are available to you and give you a much more variety when it comes to working with headlines or even paragraph text. All right, and that's really about it.